Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Around the Town with Chuck. My name is Chuck Guglielmo, and we are recording today's show here at the New Leaf Event Center, and it is Thursday, February the 12th. And welcome to those of you who are watching on our new website, the City New Platform YouTube channel. And with me is the president of the Conneaut Local Youth Organization, also known as CLYO, John McFadden. John's been on my show before. John, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
John, president, how many years now?
President for 7. This will be the 7th year.
7 years. So that takes us back to what, 2019
Yep.
season? And how have you seen CLYO progress in the 7 years?
Well, since I got on the board and then got voted in as president, we've had a lot of things we're trying to accomplish. We got the bathrooms remodeled in the back after the flood, that tragedy. We got the driveway re-poured with stone. That's something else coming too every year. This year we got several more truckloads coming to help even that out.
Now that is a good word, tragedy, because that's exactly what that flood was. That was tragic.
It was, but I still, to this day, I can't speak enough about how much the community stepped up.
Yes.
I mean, it was breathtaking.
Including some of our high school students, right?
Yeah, high school kids were down there. We had
Yeah.
local businesses down there. We had like 150 people down there to help us clean everything up. And thanks to everyone's help, we were able to pull off the season in time, which was a wonderful
miracle.
thing. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
if you saw what it looked like,
Yeah.
it would have. At worst, it looked like the season might have been delayed, but
At least
as you said,
delayed,
it
but
started on time.
We pulled it off. But in the 7 years, we've made some minor victories. We've had some big things to contend with, as I said, COVID and then the flood were a couple of the big things we had to battle against. We came out on top of those. We're slowly making things better, but over the past 7 years, we've tried to put some big projects on the map to try to really give it a facelift. And I'm very happy to say that this year, you're going to see a very big noticeable difference in what's going on down there.
That's exciting news. As I said, John is the president of the CLYO. John, can you recognize some of the rest of your board members?
Yes, I am the board president. My vice president is Sadie Arcaro. Our treasurer is Jeff Myers, and Molly Tadero helps with that. And the vice president is Brooke McFadden as well. And I've got.
Relation, I would assume.
She's my wife.
Oh, okay.
Yep. We're partners in crime there. She also runs the Lakeshore PTC.
Who's the boss down there? You or her?
She is. That'd be me. But no, then I've got some new wonderful board members. Tammy Hagstrom's been down there for a lot of years.
Oh, yes.
Jay Kent, Molly Tadero, James Chandler's a new face down there to help with the baseball program. We're super excited about that.
I'm thinking Jeff's been with you for quite a while too, right, Myers?
25 to 30 years from what I'm told.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
been running our treasury for
Does an
for a long
incredible
time.
job, doesn't he?
He really does.
He puts his heart and soul into that. That's all of you members do, or you wouldn't be on the, or you wouldn't be there.
We do the best we can, and we're all volunteers. No one gets paid to do it, so we all have very busy lives. We all have kids. We all have jobs, and we do the best we can. Try to come together the best we can to do what's best for the park, do what's best for the kids. That's the whole point we're down there.
Now, last time I chatted with you, if I remember correctly, you are a shift worker.
Yes, sir.
So, how do you balance that shift work and still do your duties here with the CLYO? Because I know how shift work is. Are they 12-hour shifts?
12-hour swing shift.
Yeah.
So I work 4 night shifts. I have 3 days off. 3 day shifts, 1 day off. 3 night shifts, 3 days off. 4 day shifts, then a whole week off if I get it. But I mean, I squeeze it in wherever we can. We usually arrange the board meetings around my schedule so that way we can pull them off and get everything discussed we can there. And whatever free time I have the luxury. I live right there. I can see the field from my house.
Yeah, I remember you saying that too.
We're right there, and my wife and our kids, we're always down there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
and you also got the luxury of knowing that if something where you could not make it, you have an excellent vice president that can
yes, we've got a board full
make
of
a
members that
decision
help
as
out.
well, or do you have to make the final call?
No, we'll work together on that. This is so she's the first vice president I've had in a while. I've had him come and go, so it's new for both of us, but it's been working out pretty well so far.
I know John's got a lot of things he wants to talk to us about, but I got a few questions for
Sure,
you.
fire
Maybe some
away.
of this will do with that. But what inspired you to take a leadership role at CLYO?
Well, I mean, I was down there in diapers. My dad was down there for 30 years coaching my brothers. My mom kept score for every high school game, for every...
Is that right?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She kept score on everything, and They went to. I remember being 5 years old, and they went to state tournament in Ironton, and I remember being down there, and it's been in my blood.
It's a family thing.
Yeah, there's actually. I was telling you earlier, we were going through pictures we found in a box, and there's a newspaper clipping of me down at CLYO running up a pile of dirt when I was 4 years old. You know, I've been down there my whole life. I played till I was too old to play. I umpired after that. Then when I had my oldest daughter, I coached her from T-ball all the way up through junior girls softball. They asked me to be on the board, I think when she was a major league. And I got on the board, and the president at that time was stepping down, and someone had nominated me. It was seconded, and before you know it, I said, okay, well, I mean, we'll do what we can do.
So it's in your blood. And you still have a daughter in high school, right?
I do. She graduates this year.
Senior already. Oh, my goodness. Is she looking forward to that? That senior year goes by quicker than you think.
It does, and she goes to ATEC for healthcare, and they're placing her afterwards,
That's
so she's
right,
already getting
healthcare.
lined up, but she's itching and ready to graduate and go, and
I'm drawing a blank on her first name.
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Yep.
Yeah. What would you say the mission is or philosophy of the CLYO?
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's something we've kind of tossed and turned a bit. We wanted to have, I don't think there's an exactly official mission statement out there, which we were going to work on, but the best way to summarize it is we are there to provide a safe environment to get all the kids out, teach them sports, and by doing that, we're teaching them a lot of life-building skills as well. We're learning them teamwork. We're teaching them confidence. We're teaching them how to run with something, to get something that they enjoy and to run with it. Give them the tools they need to succeed at it. We want to provide a place for all the kids to come down and play, whether it's soccer, whether it's baseball, whether it's softball. That's the whole point. The whole reason CLYO was there to begin with was to provide the community a place for the kids to play sports and excel and grow. And that's what we want to do, and we will continue doing. That's the
Great
best of our ability.
philosophy. What is the youngest age somebody can participate in down at CLYO?
4 years old.
4, and what would be the maximum age, or is there not?
16 is the
16.
oldest, yep.
And that doesn't include the high schoolers that are older than that, because
Right.
they're separate from you guys, right?
Yes, the school runs separate than we run, because we offer Little League, and Little League ends at age 16. The high school sports play down there, so if you're part of the high school, you'd be down there through your senior year.
Do
Soccer.
they rent the fields from you?
We working together. We just had a meeting with them the other night to try to see what we can do to help better our relationship and better the fields. They maintain the fields during their season.
The school does.
Yes. Yeah, so when they play their baseball and softball, they make sure that their fields are taken care of there.
I know Keith Sherman does a good job with the girls' softball field.
He always have, and I will never have anything negative to say about Keith. He is always there when you need him. He does a fantastic job. I've been down there working with him before. An odd part too, my dad coached him.
Is that
Yes.
right?
So, but no, I mean, they do a great job taking care of their fields during their season, and we're trying to work on a better relationship, try to get us a little extra help. As part of that, while you brought that up, I'm just going to delve right in.
Go right ahead, yes.
So,
Please do. My questions can stay on hold.
well, we'll filter them in as we go.
Right.
When I first took over as president, one thing I'd asked is, how come we don't have night games on the back field? And it was explained to me that the lights that are back there are from the late 1970s.
Now, wait a minute. You mean the high school
The high
baseball
school boys
field?
field back there. That's also our junior
Why, they
boy
want to
field.
play night games?
We want to have the availability. It's
That
there,
would be nice.
and we've had them before. But the lights back there are old halogen lights. Half of them are burned out and obsolete. We discovered that once we throw the breaker to operate those ancient lights, our electric bill shoots through the roof. So we've been trying to get quotes to have the lights replaced over the past few years to see what we needed to come up with to make that happen. And after many years, I can finally tell you that this spring we will have all new lights on that back field, and they will be able to play night games starting this season.
All right. And are they aware of that, the school?
We mentioned it to them during our meeting the other night that as soon as the ground thaws enough to get equipment down there, we're going to make it happen.
Incredible. Counting the baseball and the softball fields, how many total fields are down there?
7.
7.
There are 7 fields.
So is it always been 7?
I think, yes. No, I take that back. There used to be 8. The
8.
soccer field in the front used to have a baseball field where the backstop was by the barn side. And we found pictures of that too, with me running around down there when that field existed. Ironically enough, if you look at an aerial view of CLYO, you could still kind of see the outline of the infield on that soccer field.
It's such a great organization, John. What impact do you think CLYO makes on the Conneaut area?
I would love to say that we have very positive impact. We get a lot of a lot of good feedback, positive feedback, and most of the kids that play for high school ball started playing t-ball down there for us. A lot of the middle school kids that play soccer and the high school kids that play soccer started down at CLYO. So it's our goal. We're a learning group. We want you to learn how to play the game. You get competitive as you get older. We want to make sure they learn the fundamentals and they learn the love for the game. And then once they get up and out, then they start doing the competition and start doing the fun stuff. But our goal is making sure they learn the game and have fun doing it.
Mm-hmm. And CLYO, now let's start. Let's see here. We start with, we have T-ball still, right?
Yep.
Is that pitch or hit off the tee?
That's off of a tee, and our goal usually is by the end of their season, we pitch to the kids, and hopefully by the end of the season, every kid is being able to hit the ball without the tee.
And that's 4, 5, and 6-year-olds?
4, 5, and 6.
Okay. And that season runs like when?
That will run mid-May to the end of June.
Okay, and then from there, there's the little leagues with the minor and major.
You got coach pitch in between.
Oh, now what's that? Is that
So-
something new?
No, it's been around for a
Tell
long
us
time.
about that.
So T-ball, you hit off the tee ages 4, 5, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Coach pitch is ages 6, 7, and 8. And at that point, there is no tee, because the next step up is minor league, where the kids are pitching to you. So the coach will pitch underhand to the girls, overhand to the boys. It's the next step up, so that they learn how to hit off the tee, they learn how to run the bases. Now in coach pitch, you follow the 3-out rule. In T-ball, we want them all to play, all to run the bases and everything
Right.
else. Coach pitch, we're starting to transgress them into what they're going to be dealing with next, which is being pitched to by people. So
Interesting.
they will pitch there, and they will observe the 3 outs, make the plays the best they can. We start teaching them the actual rules, because we've noticed, and I think it's been a district-wide thing, that if they transition from T-ball straight to minor, you lose a lot of kids because they're not. They were just hitting off a tee and
They may
learned
not
that,
be ready for the minor.
and they learned that they could swing at the ball 18 times and be okay.
You're onto something there.
Well, in coach pitch, you swing at 3 pitches and you miss,
Yeah.
you're out, because when you get to minor league, those are the rules.
Yeah,
So
we're
you,
talking fundamentals too
Yes.
for these kids.
so you have to slowly, you teach them, okay, I enjoy doing this, I want to keep doing it. Okay, well then, this is how the rules are going to change a little bit, and then the rules change as the leagues go up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good,
Is
call a
the
stepping stone to the next.
is the coach? It's called coach pitch.
Coach pitch.
Is it just boys, or is it boys girls, or is it separate?
Boys, girls together.
Boys girls together like
Mm-hmm.
T-ball, and their season goes in sync with the T-ball.
Yes.
Okay, and then after that, it's the minor, major leagues, little leagues, right?
8, 9, and 10 for minor, 10, 11, and 12 for major, 12, 13, 14 for junior, 14 through 16 for senior. There's always a 1-year lapse. So like say, okay, coach pitch is 6, 7, and 8, and minor is 8, 9, and 10.
Okay.
So if you're 8 years old and maybe you don't feel comfortable enough and you still need some more time, you can still play coach pitch. But if
Sounds
you're at
great.
8 years old and you're killing the ball and you're
Yeah.
catching the ball, you can go into minor league. So there's always
Sounds
that.
great. Now you said 10-year-old is part of minor.
Yes, 8, 9, and
Now,
10.
if the 10-year-old is excelling there, can he play major, or is he not old enough to
The
play
age
major?
group for major starts 10, 11, 12. So that
So
every
you have a choice to play minor or major at that age of 10.
yes, 8, 10, 12, and 14.
Okay, and major's 10, 11, and 12?
Yes,
And then we go from there, we go where?
junior,
Which is
12, 13, and 14.
So you're kind of your middle school age kids.
Yeah, and that's when they start playing on the backfield, the high school boys field.
And then from there, they go to the high
Senior
school.
league. Or they play the high school. Now junior and senior league, this is something that Little League has had done because the numbers of baseball over the last 10 years or so have dwindled. It seems like as the leagues get higher up, the numbers drop off.
Mhm.
So for the last several years, Little League has combined junior and senior together into one.
I see.
We like that and we hate that.
All right, tell us why you like it and then why you don't like it.
Well, because I got a 12-year-old in majors and he's a star, right? He's phenomenal. I'm going to put him in juniors this year. Well, now we got a 16-year-old kid who's driving. Would you want to put your 12-year-old up to bat with a 16-year-old pitching 75 to 80 miles an hour?
No.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, that it would be, yes.
And that's what we always try to emphasize to those parents who
you
want
guys
to
are
move,
looking at everything.
who want to move that child up. Say that's your right and your choice to do so, but
Mhm.
we're going to, I don't want to say warn, because warning, it sounds like a negative connotation, but this is what you're looking at, because when you're driving your kid down for practice, this kid is driving down there.
Yeah.
and they're so much bigger. That age gap between 12 and 16 is quite extreme.
And you guys really focus on the safety part of it
Yes,
too.
we don't want anyone getting hurt. I'm very happy to say that
I love that speed limit of 5 miles per hour down there too.
when it's followed.
That's what?
We have a lot of issues with that not being followed, but we're putting in speed bumps as well.
Oh, I've seen, what's her name? You mentioned her, Tammy.
Yeah.
She stopped vehicles. I've seen her do that.
I have too.
Yeah.
I
think that's good. I mean, yeah. Kids can run it out there in between cars and everything. So that's the baseball side of it, but we also have soccer down there. So run through the soccer leagues.
Okay, so soccer league is the same. 4 to 12 is the general age, because since after that they do middle school and our numbers tend to drop off.
Is soccer co-ed?
Yes. Okay. So ages 4, 5, and 6 is our Cub League, and we tend to have 5 or 6 teams per season for them. And we have 2 fields set up for them because of the number of kids.
So they don't play on baseball fields?
Yes.
They do?
The T-ball fields when you come into the park, the first 2 fields on the right, when we have spring soccer, we have 2 Cub fields painted out there.
I see.
On the other side of the road, on our big soccer field, we have 2 fields. We have Tiger, which is ages 7, 8, and 9, and Junior, which is 10, 11, and 12. And we do the same thing at each age group. We're teaching them different fundamentals and enforcing different rules to gradually learn their way through the sport.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think you said we have a spring soccer and a fall soccer.
We do.
Tell us the difference.
So
Can you play in both?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, you can definitely play in both. The hard part for spring soccer, we live in Northeast Ohio, and we have to remind Little League of this all the time too, because no matter what happens, no matter what we deal with, Little League games will start the first weekend of May. That is set in stone.
Right?
That is nothing that I have any control or say over. So for us to try to get a spring soccer league in and not interfere with practices for Little League can be challenging. So spring soccer starts this year. Sign-ups are open right now. As of the 15th, the price goes up as a late fee. Practices are supposed to start the week of March 2nd, and the games starting the week of March 16th. And we'll try to have 10 to 12 games per division, per team, to get them through, because we need to get wrapped up by the mid to end of April in order to be able to have time for Little League.
Now, do you work with the Conneaut area city schools? Do they have this information that they can pass out in announcements to the school students?
It's all here. This flyer I have here was sent home to the schools, to Gateway, Lakeshore, and I don't think we hit the middle school, but it's all out there. It's on Class Dojo. It's on our Facebook page. It's all out there for them. The one thing difference with spring soccer too is we have an end of the season spring soccer tournament. This was just started. This will be our 3rd year of doing it, because usually the end of the game is the end of the game. We want to do something special and something big to celebrate the end of the season. So the end of the season, we have an end of the season soccer tournament. So all the teams participate. They'll draw numbers at the beginning of the year to determine where they're at. And with that, this year we're going to be doing a Chinese auction as well. Each team gets a
fundraiser.
Yep. Each team gets a pizza and trophies for the winners at the end. A nice little celebration for them. So this end of the season spring soccer tournament is on April 25th, and we've got a few things up with that too.
About how many soccer matches are there in a season?
It depends on the league. So Cub, we have a lot, let's say 5 to 6 teams, but each team will play 10 to 12 games. Tiger, we usually have 3 to 4 teams, same with Junior. We have tried to pull off a senior league with the older kids, but we haven't had the interest we'd liked. I think this season so far we've only had like 3 or 4 children sign up for seniors.
Now, did you tell me last year that actually you get more, soccer's overtaking baseball with participation? Is that still the case?
Still the case, and I think not even just related to us, but in general, soccer has been a more popular sport, and its numbers are taking off.
Any feedback or ideas as to why that's happening?
I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. I know there's a lot of skill for both sports. I don't know exactly why soccer's taking off over baseball, but I think baseball has kind of gone down over the last several years, and that's not just us. When I go to my Little League district meetings, numbers are always down across the board. No real big explanation as to why. Kids they're favoring soccer more.
So soccer is gaining ever since it came even to the high school. It seems to be gaining more participants. Now, I think you told me, see how well I listened to you when I interviewed you last year, that there's some kind of a flag football down there, but you guys aren't associated with that. Somebody else does that?
So it's tackle football.
Tackle football.
They used to be under our umbrella. They run their own thing now, Conneaut Local. I've got the website, I forget their name, but there's a tackle football program, and they play at the stadium, the high school stadium. And I think they start in July, typically around the same time football does.
Mm-hmm.
But
last year you brought in, I think you came in with Michelle Edwards.
yes,
And for disability sports play.
Yes.
Do we still offer that?
we do. So
Talk a little bit about that.
the Challenger
I think
program.
that's important.
Yeah, the Challenger program was developed by Little League a few years back for those with physical and intellectual challenges, to get them the opportunity to get out there and get on the field. So we have a season open for that. It runs the same season as the rest of the Little League does, from May to usually wrap up in the beginning of July. Ages for that are 4 to 18, and then after 18 there's a senior league for them to play in as well.
Wonderful.
And there was a very generous donor this year who said that he loved the Challenger program, wanted all the registrations to be free of charge. So anybody who registers for Challengers does not have to pay a dime.
That is outstanding. That is outstanding.
That program takes place. This is our second year offering it. We're very excited to keep that going as well. Been trying to make some modifications to the fields to help wheelchair access and things like that, and put on a picnic for them at the end of their season as well.
Mm-hmm. You talked about the additions to the CLYO and improvements. Let's talk about the maintenance part of it now. You have like your own maintenance crew for that that takes care of the fields, or because you said the high school takes care of their own fields, right?
Yep. No.
You
Short
don't.
story, no. The operating board of CLYO is the operating board of CLYO. I wish I had an entire maintenance crew to go out and run things, but we simply do not have that. So board members are typically the ones down there. Tammy.
So they're mowing the lawn and stuff
Yep.
too.
Tammy, myself, my wife, we've spent countless hours down there on the zero turn. We get the fields, the lines painted for soccer. We take care of all that. The baseball coaches are responsible for getting their fields lined and marked. We do our best to keep them mowed and get the dirt down. But I'll tell you, between running the registrations, making the schedules, taking care of the fields, my wife and I also run the concession stand. There's a lot of moving parts and pieces that a lot of people don't notice or see.
Yeah.
So the more help we get to handle those things, the better. We have had some people reach out wanting to help in the concession stand, and we appreciate that. We've had some people reach out due to our Facebook posts to help with refereeing soccer games. We appreciate that because my wife also referees soccer games, and my stepson.
Wow.
So we are involved in every single aspect of that park. Sponsorships, we run the sponsorship programs. We get the banners printed out. We get the pictures set up to have the kids have their pictures taken for their gear. All that stuff is all what happens behind the scenes. And
when do you sleep, John?
What's that?
When you take a little cat nap?
Yeah, it stays pretty busy. So like
My goodness.
even in the off season. So this winter,
Yeah,
for
it's like a
example,
12-month operation, really.
it is. It
Because
doesn't
you
stop.
do need in the off season, right?
Right, so when the off season's done and there's no sports going on now, that's when we're all meeting in the back saying, okay, what are we going to try to accomplish next year? Where are we going to get the funding to pull this off for next year? When are we going to have this and that happening? So as part of our planning, everything down there is getting repainted, fresh facelift. The press boxes for the high school boys and the high school girls are getting remodeled and redone, so they're going to be accessible. So that during the games,
Press boxes.
they can be up there and being used. They won't be such an eyesore. They're going to get rebuilt and accessible for use. The back boys field concession stand will be open.
Wow.
So you don't have to go from the back field all the way up to get
down there.
Yeah.
Press boxes, because right now when we do the boys' games, we're in the dugout,
Yep.
and when we do the girls' games, we're like down the third baseline. But that'll be great.
Yep. So those are going to be remodeled and ready to roll. I'm really hoping to have those done before the high school boys start their season.
This year,
Yes.
you think you can get all that done?
That's where I can't give you 100% commitment that'll be ready before their first game because I have to have the snow melting.
Ooh.
We have to be able to get down there, but we are planning to have those things done so that when the season starts, there will be lights on the back field, a new press box, an operating concession stand. And this past fall, once everything was shut down and done, we got 2 dumpsters down there, and we filled up 2 20-yard dumpsters. All the trash and debris that was in the back field all cleaned up and gone. All the old drainage pipe that we had down there, all cleaned up and gone.
Amazing.
So we're really pushing hard to make major changes. And a lot of these things, like I said earlier, these have been in the works for many years, but our funding is very low. We don't get a whole lot. We've been trying to reach out more, and we've been getting some extra sponsorship and some extra funding from various places to make these projects happen. So when you guys go to drive down there, you're going to have fresh stone driving in the back. You're going to have speed bumps to help regulate the speed. Everything's going to be repainted. There's going to be 2 new press boxes, new lights in the back field, and the Hillside Minor Boys Field, 2 brand new dugouts.
You guys are a hard-working board.
We're trying, and
every one of you need to be credited for that.
everything gets planned in the off season, and as soon as that snow's gone and we're able to get down there, that's when everything has to happen. And we're on a time crunch because the high school boys and girls start their season in the middle of their
They
season.
try to start their season.
Yes, and in the middle of their season, we got spring soccer going. As soon as spring soccer's done, they're already practicing for minor and major and junior baseball and
That's
softball.
amazing.
As soon as baseball and softball seasons are done,
Exciting, huh, Bob?
we get to take a breath at that point. We will also be hosting the last few years of D-Day has a 1940 style game. We've been doing that the last couple years. This year they'll be on the backfield with lights.
Wow.
Then we go right into fall soccer. So once
Wow.
it's a constant movement.
Well, John, these press boxes, though, where would you put them?
They're going to be the same existing spots. They're just going to be rebuilt because right now they are falling apart. As you can tell down there, we're going to have better access to get up to them. There's already a PA.
Oh, you're talking about the one like on top of those concession stand areas.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Yep, so we're just going to be rebuilding those because they aren't in the best of shape. So we're going to sturdy them up, remodel the outside, get a easier access to climb up in and out of there. PA
Yeah, I
system.
remember back in the day when, you remember Tommy Knott?
Yeah.
We would do the high school baseball games, and yeah, we were on top of that concession stand. Yeah.
Yep, because right now, in order to get in there, there's a doorway in the back, and there's electrical conduit, and you got to kind of climb up. But we're going to get all that taken care of so it's an easier egress in and out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And that way
Well,
we'll
you
be able
guys
to call
are a
games.
hard-working crew. I'm glad to have you on this show so viewers could see exactly what you're doing. Now, we talked a little bit about the safety part of it, and you've explained pretty much how we assure safety down there. But now you're adding, like you said, the speed bumps.
Yes, to help that out. A couple years back, we got a donation from the Lakeville hose boosters, and they gave us money for speed bumps. So we purchased the speed bumps. We had them on site, but the issue is because the ground wasn't. You go to put the anchors down, it doesn't go into anything, and the speed bumps won't take. So we've got to drill holes, fill them with concrete, let the concrete harden, and then we can anchor them down in. But we need to get stone down first, otherwise the stone's going to cover the speed bumps. So everything's got to happen in stages. So we got a healthy donation from the athletic boosters to cover the cost of stone, security cameras as well, because we've had a lot of vandalism down there.
Libby Anderson's group.
Yes,
Yeah.
Libby is no longer president there. Now it's Grant Bennett, but they're helping us out tremendously. Bob McBride, part of that board, he's been working with me quite a bit on helping. He's got a lot of resources out there. We've been trying to get things outsourced and get quotes to have a lot of things done. But we're really excited this year that everything we've been working on, we're finally going to start seeing it.
I can see, and that, the hard work that you guys are doing. Now, when it comes to, because of weather, March, April, even May sometimes, do you make the call on whether the games can be played or not, or do you leave that up to the teams?
So more often than not, we empower the coaches to make that decision. At the end of the day, I am ultimately responsible for everything and everyone that happens
That
down
can be
at that
safety
park.
if they do play on the rain and stuff. too.
Yes, there is a code, and we follow the Little League code for lightning strikes. If there is one lightning strike, your game is done. There's
no 30-minute wait.
No, because then after you waited 30 minutes anyway, then your
Yeah.
time is backing up. But we cut that all out of the equation
And
because
they all know that. All
Yes.
these teams know that.
every time we have our draft and our coaches pick their teams, I have a whole list of things that they keep with them, but we go over with them. If there's any cancellations, I need to know. If they decide not to call me, well, I had a referee show up because he was expecting a game. He still gets paid. And if I'm expecting 4 games to happen at the park, well, we're going to prep all this food in the concession stand. If none of those games happen, all that food's wasted. So they know that for cancellations, I need to be notified. And a lot of times the coaches will get a hold of me and say, what do you think? Should we play? Should we not play? My answer is always going to be, If at all possible, by all means, play. As a kid, I loved playing out there in the rain. But if it poses any safety concern whatsoever, I will not hesitate to shut it down.
Have you ever seen teams still schedule a game and you may have thought that should have been canceled? Do you say anything to them or you just let it go?
I let that go because if I have one coach that feels a certain way and another coach feels another, and if the kids are excited to play on the field, by all means, play. I mean, we will always choose safety over anything.
Yeah, that's number one
That's
priority.
always paramount.
Do postponed games get rescheduled, or
We can
is there not
reschedule
enough
them.
time to do that?
We'll get them in. We will get them in because I don't want any kid to feel cheated that he only got 6 games instead of 12 because of the weather. We'll always try to fit it in. At the end of our spring soccer tournament last year, I think we ended up having a couple games that filled in afterwards.
As long as we're on this topic, Jim. So used to being with Coco in the morning.
That's all right.
What's your name? John. Yeah, now what was I going to... Oh, as long as we're on games, yeah, where was I going with this question? Oh, my goodness. See what happens when you get old, John?
I'm noticing
I
it
was
already.
going somewhere.
I notice it too.
Maybe it'll come back to me. All right, let's see here. How do you promote sportsmanship among players and coaches and parents? Do you ever have those kind of issues?
Lots. We tend to have them more of those issues the older the kids get. Last season I got several phone calls, and not just from our players but other players, and what'll end up happening is I talk with the coach, kids get a warning. If there's no change in there, then they will be suspended. We actually did suspend a couple kids from games due to sportsmanship. People have to remember that whether you're a parent, whether you're a child playing the game, or whether you're a coach and you are down at the park, you are representing your city, you are representing our park. If you have to travel and go to these other cities and play, you're a representation of Conneaut and you're a representation of CLYO. We get that feedback. I'm not going to specify people or teams, but I have had a couple of teams that were banned from completing the season in other cities. They said, your X team is no longer allowed to play at our park. So if that's on the schedule, they're going to forfeit and they'll lose the game.
So you let all the coaches, managers know about this?
Yes. And
so they're all well aware of it?
They're all well aware. Some of them listen, some of them don't. The ones that don't will no longer be asked back to coach. It's very important. Sportsmanship is a major part of any sport.
And fans as well.
Fans as well. I can say that the issues with the parents seems to have calmed down over the last couple of years, but there's always something.
We're at the high school games now.
Yes, yes.
That's where the complaining's going now.
But just, I see signs different places I go, and then they say, there's no college scouts here today. You know, we're all volunteers. The kids are learning and trying. There's no need for foul language. If there's a legitimate issue, contact us. Don't start a scene in front of everybody. We're all adults. We're all, you know, and we will take every issue and we go through every issue on a circumstantial basis, and it gets fully investigated by myself, if not more.
Coaches and managers, are they still hard to get?
Typically, yes. We usually have enough. Sometimes we need one or two. Just
Is
really
there a
all
minimum
depends.
age
To be
like a coach? I mean,
now for soccer, we prefer that someone over the age of 18 has to be in charge. You can have a 16-year-old assistant if you'd like, but we need to have a legal adult.
somebody out
Yes.
over past high school, in other words.
Yes, and that's not just because that's what we say. That's
Right.
when you have any children out there, a legal adult has to be responsible, and that's what our coaches are, legal adults. And we've had some of their kids want to help, and by all means, more than welcome, come down and assist. I can't give you the full reins until you're over the age of 18.
What about officials and umpires? I know you were telling me they're hard to get too.
Yep, typically we, for referees, I think our youngest referee was 13 or 14, 12 to 14, and they come up and they're expressing interest, general knowledge of the sport, and then they will shadow a couple of games by my wife to make sure that we feel comfortable enough doing their own games. And the coaches are all made also very well aware, and this is usually in bold, italicized, underlined. The referee and the umpire's calls are their calls. They will not be questioned. If there is an issue, if they have a problem with a referee or an umpire, they will bring it to me. We've had a couple of them scared off because coaches or parents would badger the umpire or the referee. Again, we're all grown-ups. That's no way to conduct yourself as a
We're
parent,
all human.
a
We're going
coach,
to make
or a
mistakes.
human.
Yeah.
People make mistakes. If there's something that this referee needs, maybe they're missing some things, maybe they're younger. Okay, everyone makes human error. Let us know. We will talk to. That is our job to discuss with the referee, the umpire, things that they need to do better or less of. That's our job, not the coaches, not the parents. That's one thing we will not stand for. These kids and some of our adults that we have down there too, they are volunteering their time to do these things. They don't need the flack because maybe they need to learn better or learn more. That's not for anyone else to determine but us.
Now, you get high school kids down there to work. Are they getting community service hours?
We offer community service hours to any kid that needs it. They can earn that by refereeing, by umpiring, running a concession stand, running a weed whacker, mowing the lawn, painting. We've got 1,000 things down there, and we're more than happy, and we filled out a lot of forms. Referees and umpires do also get paid. They're the only paid position down there. So we offer the competitive rates with everyone else in the district as far as the pay goes. But if they need community service hours, we're more than happy to do that.
Now, I remember years ago when my kids would be playing down there, there would be like, for a fundraiser, there would be like a 50-50 raffle going on throughout the whole ballpark. I haven't noticed that lately. Is that gone?
It's not gone. We would love to do it.
You need somebody to do it.
We need people to run it. And like a lot of people have a lot of great ideas, but they don't understand that behind the scenes, there's a very small handful of people that have to operate everything. This year, the board has committed to try to get 50-50s every night that we're down there, every chance we get. Those are fundraisers. As far as fundraisers go, I spoke a little bit about the lights earlier.
Yes.
So in order to complete the funding for that, we have raffle tickets. This is going to be pulled at our spring soccer tournament. This is our commitment to the high school teams and to the backfield in general. This is our spring soccer fundraiser. And the proceeds to this are going to complete the lighting for the backfields. These are $10 raffle tickets. First prize that was donated by Lakeshore PTC was 6 Waldemere combo passes. You can take your whole family to Waldemere for the day on us.
Great amusement park.
Yes, that's a
Just the right size for the little kids to go there.
yeah, and then that grand prize. I mean, these combo passes are expensive. To take a family of 6. Grand prize is 6 Waldemere combo passes. Second prize is a $100 Amazon gift card. And third prize, a $50 Dairy Queen gift card.
Who wouldn't want any of those?
Exactly. And we also have a spot for a top seller, people who want to sell the tickets. If you sell the most tickets, you can get a $50 gift card of your choice.
When do they go on sale, and how long will they be on sale?
They are open right now. We got posts on Facebook. You can see any board member, contact us through our Facebook page. All the spring soccer coaches are going to be handed out these when they get down there. They'll be available at the concession stand. The drawing will be April 25th, so until the drawing, they're available for purchase. I encourage anybody who's interested in any of this, if you want a free day at Waldemere, by all means. And all these proceeds go to help complete our projects in the back and anything we can do to help make things better.
Absolutely. And when's the drawing?
April 25th.
And the winner have to be there?
Winner does not need to be there. We'll have all your information. We'll have our end of the season soccer tournament, and we'll be doing these drawings. So after the Cub soccer tournament is completed, we'll draw the third prize. After the Tiger tournament is completed, we'll draw the second prize. After the junior one's completed, we'll draw the main prize. Everyone will be down there. We'll have kids picking the tickets out. We'll notify the winners right away.
I remembered my question, John.
All right.
All sporting events down at CLYO, are not all, baseball. Are they all 6 p.m. starts, or do the start times vary?
Little League games typically start 6 p.m. They usually dictate the schedule, but 6 p.m. is more generally the time.
You find you can get that game in before the dark settles in?
Yes. And then Saturday games, if there's Saturday games, are typically at 11. And if there's 2 games, the second game will start at 1.
Now, would you allow, if somebody needs to start before 6 to, like a makeup game or something, is that allowable?
Yeah, they contact me if they need to do anything different. If I need to get an umpire down there, then we arrange that. We do the very best we can to accommodate. At the end of the day, the coaches are the ones volunteering their time. And as I said before, we're all volunteers. We all have very busy lives. If I can't get down there or we try to work things out, we'll make it happen. So like for our soccer coaches and stuff, we'll have our draft with them and we'll ask them all, these are the days that we want to play. What times work best? Some coaches say, well, there's no way I can get down there before 6 o'clock. That's fine. We can schedule all your games to start later. We'll accommodate the best we can.
And it's a 6-day week thing, or do you also have activities down there on Sunday?
Sundays is usually, we don't have anything scheduled. For soccer, we'll try not to do anything on the weekends unless it's requested or we want to. Baseball season, they do schedule Saturday games. Sunday is usually not much going on at the park. But if there has to be, more than happy. The fields are there to be played on, and we want them to get used. Anytime,
I bring that up because, with the weather in the spring, you got to find days to make up games.
Club league reminded me. So the schools are offering the club league for baseball for middle schoolers.
Yes,
their games will be on Sundays.
I think they've done that the last couple of years.
Yep, and their games will be down there on Sundays as well. So yes, it'll be every day. Something will be happening down there, weather permitting.
All right, John. Let's talk about registration. What it costs. How do they register and all that. I think last year you did it online only.
That's the way it's been the last few years.
And you find that being successful. And you said you would be willing to, or somebody would be willing to assist those that are not familiar how to do it online, right?
So for baseball, because it's Little League mandates. Means I don't have any which way say or anything else.
Yes, you did tell me.
They are requiring every Little League to use a specific site online. So we have our CLYO Facebook page. We have our CLYO website. We run our soccer registrations through our CLYO website at CLYO.org. That's where our soccer platform goes through. Baseball, Little League says, no, you have to use this specific one. But if you go to our website, CLYO.org, on the very first page, as soon as you pop it open, you'll see spring soccer signups, click here. Fall soccer signups, click here. Baseball, softball, Little League signups, click here.
Now, who does your website? Who designs it? You're doing that too?
Well, Alex Hall.
Are you sure you work 12 hours?
I do. Alex Hall, Tammy Hagstrom's daughter, she just joined the board, and that's kind of one of her hobbies. So I've been turning the reins over to her to help design the website and the Facebook page and take care of that. Like I said, every aspect of that park is handled by 3 to 4 people.
Wow.
And that's why we kick and scream to try to get help, because if I have to handle 20 different things, 20 different things are getting a certain amount of attention. If I only have 5 things to worry about, I can devote much more attention to those 5 things. So we're stretching things out, trying to delegate more responsibility so everything can be done better instead of just done.
You probably could use more help in just about any area down there, but if I was to nail you down to where you think the biggest help would be needed, what would you say?
Maintenance.
Maintenance
on the fields, because I can tell you that it takes, if one person goes down there with a zero turn, it takes over 12 hours to do the entire complex. We have 2 zero turns. I just bought a couple brand new weed whackers. But that's where a lot of it is, because you can mow, but you don't have time to weed whack. The weeds grow up, they look ugly, and we pride ourselves on how well the park looks, and it's very difficult when there's only 3 to 4 people who can get down there for random times. Like, if I work a night shift and I get the kids off to school in the morning and I don't sleep, maybe I have an hour to mow before I take a nap to get up and do it all over again. If someone's got the day off, they can come down and mow for that. That's a lot of it is maintenance. I mean,
the concession stand help. What's all involved for somebody who might want to work in there?
Contact us. We will go down and get everything prepped and ready. They would go down and just run the register, take the orders. Everything will be hot and ready.
Involved?
No, everything will be hot and ready. We have popcorn we have prepped. We have the soft pretzels that are prepped. We'll have hot dogs that are prepped. Pretty much just serving. And a couple, 2 to 3 hours a night, depending on the games. If they last a little later, be open a little later, but we will open up, and when you're all done, we will tear everything down.
Okay, get back to the registration. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to get that in before I forget again.
So as far as the registration, CLYO.org has all the registrations for everything, and every sport is open. Spring soccer, fall soccer, Little League. Now, we already have the deadlines. Like I said, this flyer...
That's what I was going to ask about deadlines.
This flyer's out everywhere. It's been sent to the schools. There's one hanging in the Shell gas station. It's on Class Dojo. If you haven't seen this or you don't know where to find it, you must not be online or around. So spring soccer signups actually have been open. Everything's been open since January 1st. So we got these out as quickly as we can.
So they go to CLYO.org or .org.
Okay. And everything's there. But spring soccer signups as of February 15th, so this coming Sunday, the price goes up $10. It was $40 for Cubs, $50 for Tiger, and $50 for Junior. and the price will go up to $50 for Cub, $60 for the other 2 leagues.
Do you accept past due dates?
We have this open, the late fee for 1 week. Once that is done, we are done. And a lot of people wonder, why can't I sign my kid up in the middle of the season? When we order uniforms, we order them by the bulk. If I have to put in a single uniform, I have to pay expedited shipping on that uniform and expedited to have it printed and ready. So now I've already almost tripled the cost of that uniform.
Yes.
That's where that extra cost of these late fees have to come in. So once we have our draft and everything's set, we have the dates we have to stick by. Otherwise, we overlap with the other sports. Then you have the kids that say, well, if soccer's going to run into baseball, I'd rather just play baseball. I don't want to play soccer if they're going to overlap. We're trying to make sure that those kids that want to play all sports have the availability to play all the sports. That's why our dates are so very important. Because if we're going to sign up late, I need that extra money to help make up that. We gotta make sure we maintain paying for soccer. We got brand new goals last year for all the leagues. The price of paint is expensive. We have to paint the fields for every game. That gets up there. The uniform and soccer balls, all the prices of everything. I mean, you've been to the gas station, you've been to the grocery store. It affects everywhere.
Yep.
The last thing we ever want to do is raise prices, but we've been taking a hit. We need to increase to try to make that up.
Now you say baseball's online only registration. What about soccer?
Soccer's online only as well.
Online only. Now, do you feel that you lose anybody from that because people don't know how to do it or anything like that?
Ever since I've been on the board, they've been online. I have had a few people reach out, some people who don't have access to the internet, and we're more than happy. I've gone in there and I've put their registrations in for them.
Okay,
and help them
that's
through the
nice
whole
to know
process.
for any of the viewers. I know I hear that every once in a while. I don't know how to do it or something
Yep,
like that.
and we're more than willing to help. I've helped several people over the last few years. Some people,
So if they give you the information, you
I
can
can
put
plug
it
it
all
in.
in there.
yep, and if they don't have a credit card or a debit card, they can send us a check, because I can, as an admin, I can go on there and say that it's paid.
Okay. Also, you
and we'll
can do
receive
the check too.
If you want to give me cash, I can arrange that. We can handle, no matter what, we will never turn a child away. We will always make sure we get you in there. But the registration for spring soccer goes up as of the 15th, and after the 20th, sign-ups are closed, because once the 20th hits, we're having our draft on the 22nd. Parents will start getting phone calls. We'll get the field set up and ready. They start practice. So it's very important that we get the kids signed up. We put several reminders out there. And now for baseball and softball, sign-ups are open until March 3rd, and at that point, the price goes up to March 11th. The price for baseball and softball for minor league and up is $90, and the late fee will be $115, and that's from the 4th to the 11th. You sign up after the 11th, it's going to get more expensive, I'll put it that way. That's why we can't keep accepting the late
Did
sign-ups.
you say 90 for baseball?
Yes.
Now, what about the people that have multiple kids? Is there a discount for that, or is everybody still paying 90?
There's a $5 sibling discount per sibling. I was told it wasn't really working for soccer, and if you let me know that, I can go in and I can refund the additional amount. Because just like everything else, even though it tells me there's a discount on it, sometimes it doesn't take. If it doesn't take, we'll get that discount.
Well, I think the time frame is just perfect. I mean, because if you can't sign up, when did it open up?
January 1st.
And it going till March?
For baseball,
Plenty
yes.
of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. And you say the schools have that information, right?
Yep, everything's out there. Everything's online. Like I said, there's a sheet hanging at the Shell gas station uptown. It's out everywhere. And word of mouth goes a long way as well. But T-ball and coach pitch, that price this year is $55, and the late fee for that is $70. And those sign-ups are open. The late fee comes down on April 24th. So April 19th, you have to sign your kid up for coach pitch or T-ball and pay $55. If you wait till after that, it costs $70.
Now, your prices, the board sets these prices, right?
Yes.
And then it reflects all the stuff you got to get, like the uniforms and paying people.
Uniforms, balls, referees, umpires.
And that stuff's all expensive.
Right, plus Little League has their own fee we have to pay. So that's why baseball, and these prices too are slightly cheaper than some, slightly more expensive than others. I know there's a couple of cities that are charging $125 for the kids to play baseball. And Little League charges their fee that we have to pay, and then everything else that goes into it. Where uniforms are going to be better this year. We reached an agreement. The Eagles Club is donating extra funding that they donate to us every month. they're going to double their contribution, and we're going to use that to try to offset to try to get the kids nicer uniforms. And I think over the last couple of years, the uniforms have gotten better and better. But
So you supply the baseballs,
yep,
and then is it up to who? What about the bats, gloves? That's up to the families, right?
every team we provide an equipment bag. The equipment bag has a few helmets, a few bats, catcher's gear, catcher's glove, several baseballs. A lot of kids have their own bats and helmets. That's great. For those that don't, we have bats and we have helmets for them to use.
Is there one umpire per game, or are there two?
We'd love to have two. So minor league, there will typically be one. Majors and up, we'd love to have two. Most of the time, we only end up with one. And I'll tell you, from my experience, I umpired for several years. Doing a major league baseball game by yourself is possible. When I was 16. Being in my 40s now, I couldn't imagine doing it.
Yeah.
Junior
You're in
league.
your 40s, John?
Yeah. Yeah. And doing a junior league game.
That's a kid to us.
Well, doing a junior league game by yourself is pretty much unheard of, but it's possible. We've had to do it. We work with what we have. Mm-hmm. But you have more. Easier for if you have two umpires, one behind the plate, one on the bases. Mm-hmm. It's so much easier, and we'll gladly pay the two umpire fee to have them out there. Because if you're behind the plate and there's a line drive out to center field, the home plate umpire has to run up behind the pitcher's mound. If they have to be where they need to be, and sometimes they do the best that they can. We need more help.
But the CLYO is not responsible for paying the umpires for the school games.
No, not for the school games.
Right.
Just Little League and soccer.
Mm-hmm. The schools pay for their umpiring.
Yep.
Okay, John. Let's see. We talked about registration. Any more on registration?
Just that the baseball and softball, like we said, from minor league up to junior league, those sign-ups are open until March 3rd. Then there's a late fee until March 11th. T-ball and coach pitch sign-ups are $55 until April 19th. From April 19th to the 24th, they're $70. Fall soccer sign-ups are open from now, and they are open until July 19th, and then late fee goes up till July 24th. So, I mean, everything, sign-ups are completely open. Challengers is open all season, and that cost is free. That's pretty much our registrations. The last few years, we were able to get everything opened up January 1st. Mm-hmm. And open throughout the whole year, and they're scheduled to automatically come down. Late fees are automatically set, so I don't have to stay up till midnight and change them myself. It's all programmed. So once the sign-ups are down, the sign-ups are down. Then we pull all the data, have our drafts, get our coaches, and at that point we'll figure out if we need more coaches. Because when you sign up your kid, there's the option there is where you sign up to be a volunteer. If you don't have a kid and you still want to sign up to volunteer, go to the registration to sign up a kid. Don't put the kid's info in. Click the volunteer button, put in your info. That's how we will get a hold of you or reach out to us directly. My phone number and email is plastered everywhere. It's on our Facebook page, our CLYO website. All the contact information is there, as well as a list of all of our board members. If you want to get a hold of any of them, one way or the other, we're very easy to contact, and we will get back to you very quickly.
Now, how's the sound system down there when you have to make a message or an announcement or anything?
Getting better. So we had purchased new speakers last spring. We need bigger speakers, we determined, or more of them. So that's something else.
To go throughout the entire CLYO?
Yes, because we'll have them mounted at the concession stand. There's currently 2. I'd love to have 4 or have 2 really, really, really big ones. Again, that stuff costs money. We do the best we can, but we're stretched thin with everything we've got to maintain. But we're going to have that improved this spring as well.
Mm-hmm. And of course, just trying to think, every field has a scoreboard?
No. That's another part of our improvements here. So currently, the high school boys and the high school girls field are the only 2 fields with scoreboards, and they have not worked in several years. We did get a grant from the Guardians to have a scoreboard placed.
The Cleveland Guardians?
The Cleveland Guardians. We got a grant from them. So I'll piggyback onto that. So the grant we got from them. The Creekside Boys Field, which is the field in front of the concession stand by the creek. We're going to skin and make that an all-dirt infield so we can do it a multi-purpose. And that's where the scoreboard's going to go. Per the Guardian grant, there was a whole package to have a field skin for multi-purpose use. The grant was to cover the scoreboard, and a movable mound.
Did you request this with
Yes.
the Guardians?
Yes, and we got approved for it.
How
So-
did you know to go to them?
Actually, several people had sent us, hey, seen this, check this out. And we have our CLYO email address.
Good for the Guardians.
We have a grant watching company that sends us grants to say, hey, is this up your alley? Is this something you can use? So it was picked there, and I think every year they offer the grant, and last year we missed it. This year we jumped on it and got it.
Good
So
for them.
as far as the scoreboards, we are asking the schools, we showed them our commitment to rebuilding the press boxes, to having the lights replaced on the back field, and the back bathrooms and the back concession stand to be open for their season. We've asked the schools for 2 scoreboards for their girls' field and their boys' field, so we're in the talks to have those replaced as well. Not cheap, let me tell you, by any means.
The scoreboards.
Right. Plus the electric has to be ran to them. There's a lot to it, but we'll have
Oh, so they're not manually run?
they can be manually run, but
Like somebody just go up there and put the number of runs
no,
on
they're
it?
electronic.
Oh, they
They're
are
electronic.
electronic.
And this one that's coming from the Guardians that we're going to trial that, and we like it. We're going to get another one for the girls' field. We have to get a bigger one for the boys' field. We're trying to get some help from the schools to see if they'd be willing to get those for us.
What was that where the high school baseball team plays? Before they played there, who was playing on that field?
Little League plays on that backfield, and then
That's a long way if you ask me to hit a home run.
well, that's where the junior league starts there. So ages 12 to 16 play on that field, and that's
we got to move the fences in, John.
tell me about it.
You don't need to take on that job.
No, because fencing's ridiculously expensive too.
Oh, I can imagine. What else you got for us, John? Because
Well,
I'm done with questions, but I know you
all
got
right.
some stuff there.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about the spring soccer tournament on April 25th.
Sure, go right ahead.
This is our 3rd year doing it. We've first year we tried doing some reverse routes, kind of like a little fundraiser to help, and with that we ended up getting new goals for the soccer program, and we got more expensive. We got actual official game balls, nice expensive ones. So again, the end of the spring soccer tournament is to get the kids out there for a tournament, one last hurrah. It's the end of their season, kind of like baseball has all-stars. The winners get a trophy, the winners get a pizza party thrown for them, each team gets their own, and we're going to be doing a Chinese auction. And with that, we're asking anybody, I'll leave these with you too, but anybody who's willing to donate a basket for the Chinese auction for April 25th, I'm more than happy to have it. We are asking all the soccer teams, once we get the drafts done, to have each one of them donate a basket. So that way at the end of the season soccer tournament, up at the concession stand, you can get your snacks and you can put in for any of these wonderful baskets of stuff that
Donating the basket, where would you bring that? If we're donating a basket, what do we do with it? Where do we go
contact us and we will gladly take it. We've got plenty of storage
Sign
space
me
for
up.
it.
I think we can donate a basket.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep, get a hold of us. I mean, you have my number, but if anyone out there, our Facebook Messenger.
And when do you want the baskets? By April 25th or before?
Before April 25th is when we're having the tournament.
Right, so
we'd-
before.
we'd love to have them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if she put it on here. Seeking donations. Food and drinks, gift cards, and more. Please donate your auction baskets. She's got her name right on there. Reach out to Brooke McFadden. So she's got all the information on there. The more we can get, the more money we can raise to help make things better for the kids. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to see the kids with brand new equipment. I want to see everything down there be better than it is. I think I told you last time I was on the show, I was down there in diapers, and I remember being 7, 8 years old, and the pack was parked. Everything looked fantastic. We've got a lot of big things in store for this year. We've got a lot of other long-term plans. I don't want to go into too much of right now until I can commit 100%.
Sure.
But it's an exciting year for us. We're really excited to get this out there, to get a big facelift to the facility, have the lighting in the backfield, because I've already spoken to the police department. I'd like to do a police versus fireman charity game under the lights.
Ooh.
I'd like to have
Need an announcer?
Yes, absolutely. To the schools. We'd love to have a teachers versus kids game. They could do their senior night. So there's lots of possibilities.
There is a lot of You guys as a board are working very, very hard.
We're trying our best.
And you're doing this community so well.
And if anybody's interested in joining the board or even just volunteering to help, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy.
When's the
We could
board
use
meet?
it. The board meets once a month. basically goes around my schedule. The next meeting is March 10th.
You're the president.
The next meeting is March 10th at 6 p.m. at Pat's Fireside Lounge during the winter
You
months.
move the meetings around, or is it always at one location?
In the wintertime, we usually have them at Pat's Fireside. They accommodate us very well, and
Get free
they love
pizza?
having us, and we love being there. No, we pay for the pizza, but
Just kidding.
that's when my wife and we go there. That's what we look forward to. Oh, time for our meeting. We
They
get our
got good
pizza and
pizza.
Stromboli, the
Yeah.
best in town, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think so.
But our next meeting will be March 10th at Pat's at 6 p.m.
And they start at what time, and what are they, about an hour long?
I'd love them to be. I've never had an hour-long meeting. They always end up to be about 2 hours. But once the weather starts getting nice, so I'm guessing March, we'll start having our meetings at the concession stand down at CLYO.
Well, John, this has been very informative. You guys are doing a great job. I'm excited of all this stuff that you're hoping that you're even saying possibly likely this season. You're not even using the word possible.
Those are our
You're
goals.
using the word likely.
I'm a man who
Oh,
I
press
don't
box.
I don't like talk. I like results. You can promise me the earth, sun, and the stars, but until I start seeing it happen, I need to see things happen.
Press box, Bob.
Yep, press boxes. 2 of them. One for the boys, one for the girls.
Oh my gosh, and we do both.
Yep, and I definitely want them to be. They're there. They just need to be. They need a little TLC. Over the years, they've taken quite a hit, and they need to be rebuilt, and they need to be a little updated, and we're going to make that happen.
John McFadden, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
And keep up the great work, and congratulate that board for me.
Absolutely, I will do that.
John McFadden, president of the Conneaut Local Youth Organization, today on Around the Town with Chuck.